Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you my top 12 favorite YouTubers who create anime content. So everybody that I put on this list are people that I recommend, and I'll also provide links to their channel below. This list is not specifically anime reviewers or anime live reaction people or people who make theory videos. These are just people who make anime content all across the board. Before we get into the video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification bell to get notified for more content. If you end up enjoying the video, please be sure to hit the like button, as well as leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. Now, let's just get into it.
Let's just jump into it.
Coming in at number 12, Nuxtaku. Some people may be saying, Nuxtaku does not create anime content anymore. And you're right, because he doesn't. He doesn't create anime stuff anymore. He just creates what he wants to. Isn't that all we're trying to do? But other than that, if you want to go through the archives, Nux has a lot of honest descriptions of a lot of anime and a lot of anime characters. You know, for the most part, the character that he plays for his YouTube channel is a very satirical and very cynical person where you actually might want to punch him in the fucking face. But the kid makes good content. Not only creating a lot of honest descriptions of a lot of anime and anime characters, he does do a lot of in-depth analysis of a lot of animated properties. And it's not just anime. Like I said, he does create what he wants to. But if you're looking for some more current anime fix from him, I'd recommend checking out his podcast, The Rant Cafe, with Briggs and Animac. Getting into my number 11 pick, Arcada from Glass Reflection. So Glass Reflection is one of those channels that I got into a long time ago, probably back in 2014, 2015. His channel was a channel that I really watched when I wanted to find a new anime to watch. No idea how I stumbled across it, and it probably definitely just fell into my recommended feed. But watching this channel, you definitely get the feeling that this guy knows his stuff. He knows music, he knows animation, and he knows anime really well. Now, he doesn't usually review an anime until it's done in its entirety for a season, or at least until there's 3 episodes out. But for the most part, he really usually gives an in-depth description of his thoughts on series. He doesn't really upload too often, and I do think that he's probably a little bit busier doing some more side project stuff like working for Crunchyroll and stuff, but you know, that's to be seen. In more recent times, whenever he does check a video, I tend to check it out as long as it's something that I'm interested in watching in regards to whatever the anime series he's talking about. But he does a great job in sifting through a lot of the upcoming season's anime series, sifting through what you should and what you shouldn't be watching. Getting to my number 10 pick, Mr. Morge. Mr. Morge is definitely somebody I got into once I caught up to One Piece. I will say that Mr. Morge is more of a One Piece YouTuber, and he doesn't really talk about any other anime series, but he knows his stuff, and he does a lot of explanation and a lot of theory videos, and he does think that the raid is going to fail. He has created a side channel called Movie Morge in his spare time so that he can talk about other things outside of anime. If you are looking for a One Piece YouTuber who's going to review chapters weekly as well as have discussions about the series overall, Mr. Morge is definitely one of those guys that I recommend. Now, getting into my number 9 pick, a good friend of Mr. Morge, BDA Law, also known as Brago DA's Law. I don't know, I'm just going to go with the channel name. BDA, Black King on a One Piece YouTube platform. A lot of the same things I can say about Mr. Morge, I can say about BDA. Shows a lot of passion for One Piece as a whole, and you know, that's his focus. I'm not sure if he works on any other things in any other series on any of his other channels or his other platforms, or I don't really know if he streams or anything, but his One Piece content is pretty good. He's usually quick on the ball, and he definitely gets to talk about things very quickly. He doesn't focus on too much theories, but he likes to have discussions about the content overall that One Piece has. He's a very well-versed One Piece YouTuber who is very well known in the community as well of One Piece. Doing tons of collab videos and also doing the Reverie once a year or whenever they do it. BDA Law is another One Piece YouTuber that I recommend. Things are gonna get a little bit more weird now. So getting into my number 8 pick, Devil Artemis. If you watch a little bit of anime content here and there, you may have stumbled across Devil Artemis's ridiculous videos. Devil Artemis's content on his YouTube channel, for the most part, is kind of an extension of Team 4-Star Cell Game Versus series. But instead of Cell just always fighting people, for the most part, he's never fighting people. Him and his team create CGI animation of Dragon Ball Z characters as well as other characters from out of nowhere. You may get Shaggy, you may get Jiren, you never know. Also, he has a mini series in it that he calls the Super Friends that has people like Zarbon, Frieza, Goku Black, Cell, and Kermit the Frog living together. Also, I think Master Roshi. I don't know, it's funny stuff. His content usually comes out once or twice a week. I'm not really sure of the exact schedule, but it's funny stuff. If you're just into just some random 4 or 5 minute satirical comedy involving Dragon Ball characters, I recommend this series a lot. Now, getting into my number 7 pick, Tekken 101. So the first video of Tekken that I've ever watched was his review of the final chapter of Bleach. Granted, I didn't even watch Bleach, nor did I read Bleach, but I just wanted to see what the last chapter was about when I saw that the ending was getting rushed. From then on, for the most part, I thought Tekken was a little over the top and crazy, and I wasn't really much into his content until I caught up on One Piece. Once I caught up on One Piece, I realized, wow, this kid knows his stuff. Whether he's saying geography is everything, or whether he's jumping in his bed, which I think he got a new room now, so he's not doing that anymore, or, talking to his brick Barry. Tekken is probably one of the more well-versed and well-educated anime YouTubers out there. He not only knows a lot about anime, but he knows a lot about history, as well as geography. Tekken is definitely an expert in his craft and understands how to create a great video. Tekken 101's videos, for the most part, can be on the longer side, but if you're looking for really, really in-depth content, this is the channel to go to. Tekken does not only just talk about One Piece, he also knows a lot about Bleach, like I said before, and he knows about Naruto. He also dabbles in a little bit of My Hero Academia and Black Clover. So I wouldn't lump him in as a One Piece YouTuber, just an anime YouTuber. The kid knows his stuff, very well educated, very well spoken, very hyper. It's entertaining, except for when your girlfriend's in the room and she's like, what's this guy's deal? Why is he screaming? And then it's a lot to explain. Getting to my number 6 pick. This right here is straight legacy. Sawyer 7 Mage. I don't know what it is about Sawyer that I like. I like the fact that he's just composed. He seems like a regular guy, not a crazy weeb. But he just seems like I live my life and then I upload some content every now and then. And I like that. I first got into Sawyer 7 Mage back when the Naruto manga was coming out weekly. Watching him alongside Forever World, review chapters weekly. And I tried to give Double 4 Anime, is that his name? I tried to give him a try, but I don't do well with crazy off-the-wall people. Sawyer, very, very chill anime YouTuber, I believe, and for the most part, he only reviews One Piece now, but before that, he would review Naruto, and he would also review Game of Thrones whenever it comes out. He's definitely that YouTuber who is gonna do something if he feels like doing it, but he commits each Sunday to releasing his One Piece chapter reviews. Sawyer definitely understands who he is, what his channel is, and understands what his brand is, and continues to stay true to that while doing his own interest, me assuming. I don't know anything about his life for real, but that's just what I get. If you're looking for somebody that you don't have to give a big commitment to into their channel and you just only have to watch them once a week, I will recommend this channel. Now get into my number 5 pick, Little Kuribo. The Little Kuribo channel is a channel that's dedicated to creating satirical comedy on Yu-Gi-Oh! This is basically the home of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. So if you're looking to rewatch the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, I recommend watching this over the regular series, honestly. The Abridged content here, yeah, it's really, really old at first, back in 2009. Well, 2007 is the first video. It's dated, but it's good. It holds up and it ages really, really well. Little Kuribo's voice acting, animation, lip flaps, the whole nine that's on this channel, very, very fire. As well as the understanding of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a series and as a property, it's unmatched. If you're looking for a funnier way to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, this is the way to go. And you can also see it shortened down and condensed and not have to commit so many hours. You'll understand exactly what it's about. Won't have to sit through a whole bunch of duels. You kind of just get there and get to see all the stupid stuff that's happening in the series. Kaiba's obsession with dragons, or whether the fact that Yugi's voice completely changes and he turns into a hunk of a man, I guess. Or whether the fact that Joey has this weird Brooklyn accent. So, do I sound like Joey? Does Joey sound like me? I don't know. Alright, getting into my number 4 pick, totally not Mark. Now, Mark is more well known for his Dragon Ball content. Mark, Irish dude who creates Dragon Ball Z content, and really knows his Dragon Ball. For the past couple years, up until his more recent One Piece binge last year that he released, he's only talked about Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT and Super. Whether it be about the animation style, the music, the manga paneling, he really knows his stuff, and I have a lot of respect for his craft. Watching his stuff has given me a greater understanding of how to analyze, anime, manga paneling, and everything else like that. Last year, he did a complete blind review catch-up to One Piece series, and now he's currently doing Naruto, which is also my favorite series. He's also done Hunter x Hunter, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and is also currently doing Berserk as well. Given that Totally Not Mark knows a lot about anime, but has not watched and read a lot of anime and manga outside of Dragon Ball, makes his content in this day and age really compelling to watch, as we all are watching a lot of our friends get into anime for the first time, as well as some of us getting into series that were longer running for the first time as well. If you're looking for great in-depth analysis, as well as a great voice to listen to, honestly, with his Irish accent, I recommend Totally Not Mark. Now, get into the top 3. RVC World 1, or Supreme Dreams. Some people may know them for a lot of their sports content and their sports parodies that they do, whether it be Mark Phillips, mimicking LeBron James, screaming at Kyrie Irving, or every other character in the locker room. But the first time I ever saw that content was back in, I believe, 2015 or 2016, where they were imitating guys trying to do anime moves in real life and trying to use them in real fights, getting their asses whooped in the hood. Honestly, from that point in time, I thought this was genius. Seeing a whole bunch of black brothers just like me showing showing their love out in the world for anime. And yeah, I'm a little bit older than them. You know, seeing these guys create that content back then was really refreshing because the black community, for the most part, I don't think gets the respect it deserves for pushing the anime community forward. The RVC World team continues to create a lot of anime content, whether it be Anime House, other parodies, and other kind of what-if scenario if things were in real life, making fun of the genre as a whole, as well as showing a lot of respect for it. Whether it be streaming, having debates about different anime on their channel, they just do it all. They're really committed to the genre overall, as well as creating their own con, and I have a lot of respect for what they do. Now, getting into my number 2 pick, King of Lightning. Honestly, King of Lightning's energy, his sarcasm, and his gravitas and charisma when he's on camera is unmatched. The guy can really put on a show in front of the camera, especially during his live streams. For the most part, I mainly take part in watching King of Lightning's One Piece reviews. He commits in screaming and dancing, honestly. For a big dude, a man has a lot of energy. He has props, his meme game is crazy, he commits to the meme, honestly, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas from with using memes, whether I overuse them or not, but that's where I got it for the most part. You know, he hails from the mega church of Katakuri, and he believes in the name of the Mama and the second son. King does not only specialize in One Piece content, he does review and watch a lot of other series. He's currently playing catch up on Black Clover, I believe, and I also think that he watches Kingdom as well. If you're an avid One Piece reader or One Piece anime watcher, I definitely recommend his content. Now, getting into my number 1 pick, Team 4 Star. Team 4 Star is a YouTube channel that houses Dragon Ball Z Abridged. And if you haven't heard of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, this is it right behind me. Dragon Ball Z Abridged is a parody-based series that shortens and makes fun of the Dragon Ball Z series, starting at the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z and ending all the way at the final moments of Teen Gohan going against Cell. Dragon Ball Z Abridged is honestly a masterpiece in my eyes. Not only adapting the mainline series, but also adapting the movies as well. Whether it be the Dragon Ball Z Broly movie or the Bardock movie, they've done a lot. It's become my preferred way to watch the series, which I think if you give this a try, it will become your favorite version of the series as well. A lot of the jokes that come to the series can only come from people who love the series as well. And I can only imagine the amount of copyright strikes that they dealt with their content. Out of all the anime content that I consume on YouTube, this series is the one that I always go back to. I can start the series from beginning to end and do it all again. The ongoing jokes, you know, when you're committed to the series, is great. The voice acting, also great. Some of it, you can't even tell the difference, and it becomes the main version of that voice that you're used to hearing now. If you like Dragon Ball content and you like a good joke, honestly, this is the best place for you to be. Now, the channel has decided not to go past the end of the Cell Saga due to how much time and commitment it takes to create the lip flaps and everything else that creates these episodes, and I can respect that. But seeing how they lent their talents and continue to be a part of the anime community as a whole is really, really inspiring. And I'm glad this group of people was able to put this content out, and it's just on YouTube for us to enjoy. Like I said, be sure to catch any episode that you can from Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged series. So that's my list of top 12 YouTubers who create anime content. If you guys have any that's your favorite, let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. As well as hit the notification bell to get notified for more content. And on that note, enjoy your life.
I'm feeling great and feel the vibe. I'm really grateful we alive. And I'm feeling great cause lately I've been on the way to something great. And I feel alive cause I create like every day and I'm on to